Hi, this is Chris, and though I'm usually one of the irreverent, intolerable players, as we switch to a new story, I agreed to take up the mantle of novice GM for a chance to introduce most of our crew to my favorite tabletop RPG, Battlelords of the 23rd Century. I was first introduced to the 3rd edition of Battlelords back in 1997, where it rapidly became my favorite system. It can be as crunchy and granular as the most detailed military and survival sim, or as freewheeling and lighthearted as you want to make it. Set in a future where galaxy-spanning civilizations share power with or are run by megacorporations, Battlelords provides an entire universe of stories to create and explore, from exploration into the unknown and corporate espionage, to wars with hostile extragalactic aliens and ancient entities. You can play as any one of 14 species, from your everyday human to energy matrix controllers, to a species of genetically engineered bunny people of questionable lineage. Battles will be fought with anything from the latest pulse rifles right down to being a giant lizard beating an unruly battle cat with an equally giant wooden thwackum stick on some primitive backwater, if you survive character creation. Some don't. For this small taste of the game, our players will be running a mission from the Charlie Foxtrot Adventure Compendium for the 7th edition of Battlelords of the 23rd Century. This mission finds our assemblage of Battlelord wannabes getting hired on and sent to a luxury space resort experiencing an unknown infestation. It's not a glamorous gig, but the credits are good, and you never know what an opportunity to hobnob with the galactic elite will throw your way. So, thank you for joining us as I take our players through a tiny corner of this gigantic universe. Welcome to Last Resort at the Space Resort. We hope you enjoy the adventure, and I hope I can do it justice.
Hello and welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers Podcast. We're trying out Battlelords. This is we already did our session 0. We created the characters, mostly, and we're starting with session 1. And this is Chris is the GM, and we're going to go around and why don't we have everybody at least introduce their characters real quick, and then I'll hand it over to Chris. So, Chris, why don't you call us out and tell us who to
I'll do that. So let's start with Sean.
Shit.
It's the pressure.
I was literally going to mute and start prepping my voice, but that's okay. I am Sean, and this fine adventure of our we're going to get into. I'm playing.
We're not allowed to use the words intrepid or adventurer, so I just want to make sure.
God damn it! That's kryptonite. Just throw papers over there.
In our brave new voyage, I will be playing Pempleton Tech, aka Spaceman, and Spaceman is a sort of decent guy. Walks around, wants to be helpful, and likes to be the center of attention and life of the party. Not a big fighter guy. Actually, he's very, very short at, about 5'3". Little guy, humanoid, normal human, nothing different. Took him for the point spread for skills, and he's got some strength in computers and some other charismatic skills, and that's pretty much his character, who we'll be developing as we develop this game.
Excellent. And Tyr.
Hi, I'm Tyr. I'll be playing Hestu Vorin, a Raazet mechanical engineer and space repair being.
Excellent. And Matt?
Hi, my name is Matt, and I am going to be playing Bubba Fott, who is a Fott. So if you don't know, that's a big, giant, genetically engineered bunny person. Bubba is a hermit who spent a lot of time living in the mountains by himself. He's got some anger management issues, and he's really fearful of technology because that's how they get you. So he's going to have a lot of fun. He has a lot of rage. He's got the Holgram gene.
So angry.
That's great. So you're playing Hilgrim basically, and I'm playing Echoes. Hey, man.
There you go.
And Nathan.
All right. So I'm playing Bagheera Ka'Ren, Cizerack, and I'll probably throw up a picture on the screen. But they're basically tiger-like aliens that are huge, and they have big, heavy weapons. So she's got a big F cannon, which is a goo launcher that she has mounted underneath her, and She's a frisky kitty cat. She's been around the block a couple times.
What the?
It's gotten her in some viral trouble,
God.
maybe more than once. Other than that, I think she's she does like to hop from system to system, and she's maybe has some debts that have gone unpaid. So now the man is trying to track me down. But
sounds a lot like the bug.
yeah. So I'm trying to get out there and kick some ass and make some credits and maybe pay off my debts eventually, but get some cool gear.
And Malcolm.
Okay, I'm Malcolm. I will be playing Farooq Idan. He's an Eridani, which is the best way to describe them. They are a sort of a samurai sword saint from a very militaristic sort of society. He is a house member in the caste of the Vax, and a bounty hunter who has now turned his life to doing something, well, he hopes that will bring him honor despite the companions who seem to be on a path on a different direction.
Excellent. Well, to start with, you each find yourselves here.
Hey,
What?
I missed somebody.
Did we? Kupo, yes.
other guy?
He's in the dark. There you go.
My name is DeSanto El Floridilla. I'm a Chilean. I'm sorry.
Chilean.
Chilean sea bass.
I live in the Andes.
With a nice bit of lemon on the side.
Or a Chitillion.
I'm a Chatillion. And I've been playing this game for a long time. And I'm very anxious to read the minds of my comrades to see what their true motivations are. You see, that's my greatest skill, is looking into the mind. It's a wonderful thing. And I just find it mostly here, I find my purpose here is mostly to help see where I can assist in any way I can to stop this silly skirmish that's going on for hundreds of years.
Good. Well, welcome. So,
Just do it to the mind. Just think it.
Jesus God.
Don't use your words. Just
Baby, you really got to work on that voice of yours.
I really want to know more about that feisty kitty. It sounds quite a number.
Well, you got to be
We'll find
careful
out
with
later.
them kitties. You give them too much.
You should
catnip,
probably
they get
wear
a
some
little
sort of
wild.
glove.
I don't think Kupo was around for your cannon mounting option discussion, we'll discover that. Yeah. Okay, so you each find yourselves on Taos 4 in the waiting room of the local recruitment office belonging to High Energy Asset Defense Hunters Incorporated, a wholly owned subsidiary of Explore Inc., subsidiary of Space Systems Development Corporation. The decor is at least 3 decades out of date, unusual for Orions who thrive on the latest fashion. A Tri-V in one corner shows a Cyball competition, whose audio is overwhelmed by the Tri-V in another corner, which is airing an infomercial for Mad Mike's Hardware Emporium. It's around this Tri-V which most are gathered. Mad Mike himself is on display, cackling wildly as he lays waste to what appears to be a pen full of turkeys with a pulse rifle. The turkeys have the pulse rifle. Mad Mike is a Thunderbolt generator, the extra crispy. Most of the others in the waiting room are cheering on the turkeys, if only they had thumbs. What brought you all here are probably many of the same things. Money or lack thereof. Or you're trying to escape something. Cops, predators, crazed ex-lovers, it doesn't matter. Mostly it's the money thing, though, looking at this collection of questionable quality. A bored-looking Orion woman steps out of the back room and calls out names. The din around the infomercial quiets somewhat as she appears. She's not the first to summon back a set of potential recruits, but she's the first to name each of you. Without looking up from her datapad, she turns on her heel, clearly expecting you to follow. So she leads you into the back room, just your basic conference room, sits you all down, looks at each of you, shakes her head, and she takes a
Is there
moment
like a tree I can climb up on and sit so I can look down on everybody?
There is a large empty box in the back if you choose.
Oh, yeah, I got in the box. I see the box.
Of course you do. So after a moment, she shuffles around her papers, she looks up and says, all right, we got contract from SSDC. There's apparently a rodent infestation at a luxury space hotel. This hotel is the Crystal Palace. It's probably just someone's pet, Narfed has gotten loose into the ductwork and is just eating wires or something. I don't know. They just called us to get rid of it. We're going to send you guys. The point of contact is Captain Smith. He's the one who runs the operations of this luxury hotel. And they really don't want to, since this is a luxury hotel, they don't really want to make it known that they have this rodent problem. So we're going to go in kind of on the down low. You will not be able to walk through the public areas of the hotel with your weapons and armor showing. But right now, the rodent infestation doesn't appear to be manifesting anywhere there, so you should be good. But you're going to meet Captain Smith on the on the hotel, and he'll give you the brief of what to expect. We don't expect much. It's just going to be a quick cleanup duty. This is why SSDC dumped it down to us. Any questions?
Do we get to keep the rodents?
Why would you want to keep
what you do with the rodents is none of our business as long as they're not on the station anymore.
He wants a new wife.
Right. You got to feed that thing and train it so it don't bite anybody.
Feed it? Why would I feed food?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to keep it as a pet, but well, I know a good recipe to fricassee it.
Fricasseed rat, sauteed rat, boiled rat.
If that's what you like, man. I'm good with that. Whatever you like.
Rat on a steak. Rat on a fork.
Okay, so we can move on there. That's a nice shotgun you have.
He knows utensils.
So, are we sticking to high explosives for this mission, or...?
The less you damage the hotel and its occupants, the happier I'm sure the customer will be. Now, the Narfits themselves probably don't warrant explosives. They're cute little cuddly animals. They just breed like Fott. Never mind.
That was a funny little joke you put in there.
Oh boy, that's they must be doing it right then.
So you'll be
from the corner. You hear a clatter of metal, and you can see the Raazet, like where he was sitting on its chair is just a pile, and he's got his what looks like possibly a gigantic Swiss Army knife. He's taking it apart and goes, "Where do we all stay?"
She jots something down on her data pad and says, "You'll be delivered by a luxury shuttle owned by SSDC, just to transport from one of our cargo carriers. It's going to arrive with luxury accommodations to the hotel. You'll be staying in the shuttle itself during the course of this mission, which we expect 2 to 3 days, and then you'll be back here on the shuttle to ship back out. You'll have a contact from SSDC, Catriona. She's the contract officer who's going to oversee operations. Anything you encounter on the mission, you want to report to her. She's the one to take care of it. And you will have a pilot, Ancilius Fantari, as the pilot of your shuttle. He'll be there to serve as your piloting liaison. He will stay with the shuttle as well the entire time.
Did you hear that, fellas? Luxury.
I imagine luxury for you, my furry friends, a little different from us, but indeed, luxury.
Shuttle leaves at the end of business. If you got anything you want done before then, I'd suggest you get it taken care of.
I'll make sure I get my finer clothes together and, prepare myself appropriately.
I hope they have a bed big enough for me.
I have the same problem. Ha ha ha.
You guys hear another clank, and the chair is back in what you assume is an original shape. The Raazet flies up to the desk and just drops a bunch of nuts and bolts. There are always extra parts.
From the IKEA collection, I see. Yeah.
She just looks up at you, rolls her eyes, jots something else on the tablet, and gets up. She goes, "Yeah, you can make your way to the flight deck now if you'd like. Until then."
Oh boy, that sounds good. I'm going to go pack my gear. I'm so happy. My ears are twitching.
Oh, I thought it was a lizard.
She just backs
Last
out
one on the shuttle
slowly
gets
and
bad
turns away.
seat. He'll kind of go hopping off toward the shuttle.
Secure my gear, and which is already ready and head for the shuttle.
I'm sure this will be a fun ride for everybody.
That depends on your definition of if it's necessary at all.
Well, it depends who you sit next to or want a window seat.
Okay.
The Raazet starts flying and pulling a rolling armor case behind him. It's got patches all over it. Looks like the lid is made of something else. It's got like some branding from another company on the side.
It may be advisable that you stick to things inside the bin. I mean, suitcase, or try not to disassemble the shuttle on the way there.
Quite often people pay me to disassemble shuttles.
That's why they're in them, and they're going somewhere, I suspect.
It could always be improved.
Perhaps after we land.
So you're a mechanic?
Yes.
That's
Mechanical.
amazing.
Engineer, designer, repair being, yes.
So
That is what I do.
That sounds like
Battletech
a
GM.
lot of different things. You fix stuff,
So
right?
Battlelords GM, we've all introduced you. We all
There are
know
a
each
lot of
other,
things.
right?
No, you.
Oh, we don't. Shit.
You're literally just pulled at a random pool of recruits in a room.
Oh,
No.
fuck. Okay, then.
Yeah, you know nothing
Hey.
about each other.
Well, my character, Pempleton, will go up to, hey, guys, I'm Pempleton Tech. You can call me Spaceman. And, I like to facilitate things that help everybody out. So if you need anything, if I can help you, let me know. It's nice to meet you all. Look forward to being on this grand adventure with you, even though it's just killing little rats.
The name
Facilitate.
is
Was
Pemple.
that mean? Is that like sexual?
Assist. No, it's not sexual, man. It's assist. Well, it could mean sexual depending on the facilitation type.
So you're the assistant. Okay. It's
No,
cool.
I'm
We've
not
never
the
had an
assistant. I
assistant
want to
before.
help.
That's awesome.
No, baby, it's not like that. But you'll figure it out. I have faith in you.
It's Pempleton, right?
Pempleton Tech. You can just call me Spaceman. That's what people like to call me.
Spaceman.
So I
Or
like
Pemple.
going out into space.
With or without a suit.
Oh, come on now. That's real funny. But, always in a suit.
It was just a question of
Now, the question is, do you go open face or not? That's the funny one.
why.
Bunny.
So
I like
presumably-
open face. You just all you need is one slice of bread, and then you put the rat on top of it, and that's the open face.
Wow, we have to work on your culinary progress, my friend.
So I'm assuming you're all going to the ship. You have nothing else you want to do planet-side. So, yeah, they load you onto this fancy shuttle. It's got captain's chair seats that recline into full beds. And that's about the extent of the luxury affairs. The rest of it is the pretty paint job on the outside.
This is a side of things I like to see. I'm going to enjoy this.
In the room, I communicate to everybody, maybe for the first time, to some of the people in their minds. I am DeSanto, and it's agreeable to meet with you.
Whoa,
The fuck
what
was
was
that?
I do
Was that
have
the
mental.
computer?
I
Does
do
it got
have
one of them
mental
computers
defense,
in
by
here?
the way.
It's talking in my head.
Do not be alarmed, lesser forms. I am here to assist you.
Another assistant?
Bubba will start punching the small, little computer console in his chair.
Stop, my
Yeah,
friend.
make it
That
stop
is-
talking in my head.
That's
It's talking
one
in
of
my
our-
head.
That's one of our party talking to us. One of our friends here. That's the way they communicate, apparently.
Why?
So-
Hey, I know what I hear. I don't hear nothing in my ears. His ears are twitching around.
I don't
looking
think
around.
we should party before we do this mission. I mean, unless you guys have some black tar heroin, then it's like okay, but I
Oh
don't think
my
we should
God.
party.
No. You
So
got
as-
to go around Remus 5 to get the good black tar out here.
As you're getting settled in the shuttle, the door slithers open and a Fintari walks in. Striding on two legs, tentacle just sort of whips over Bubba's head, takes a sniff, and goes, Hossen Pfeffer.
Oh, you must be Centauri, our pilot. So good to meet you, sir. Pempleton Tech.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's the guy, right? The pilot, right?
Oh, Ancilius.
Ancilius. Well, I thought it was
Yeah.
Ancilius Centauri.
Fentari. He's a
Fentari,
Fentari, yeah.
Oh, okay. Ancilius. It's so nice to meet you, Pempleton Tech. Looking forward to this journey with you.
I look forward to the leftovers.
Ha ha ha. Very good.
So you all get in the shuttle, and it takes off. You dock with the big transport vessel. it takes you out the jump gate towards the station, pops you out. And as you pop out of the shuttle, you get the view of the station from the outside. It's just an old sci-fi style looking hub and spoke, the central pier with the ring around it. The upper half of the ring is all transparent glass, and you can see inside.
That's not going to cause a problem later.
On the outward-facing sections. The inward-facing sections are all walls and windows. The bottom-facing section is all, looks like, actual metal, exterior structure. And it overlooks this beautiful nebula. So it's clear that this hotel was put here just so people can enjoy the view while they're enjoying their luxury accommodations and food. As you drift into the shuttle bay, right now it's empty except for you guys. And as the shuttle comes to a rest, the doors open, and a tall, older human gentleman walks out. You wait for you to disembark, and he stands there waiting for you to come to him. He doesn't come out to you.
Is this the Captain Smith guy?
You presume, but you don't know for certain.
This is Katharina. That would be your name.
Yeah, he grabs his backpack and his rolling case, and he just like short flying hops, pulling the case.
I grab my gear and I will, walk off and look around.
Yeah,
Just my ascot.
Ooh-wee. This sure is a nice view out here.
I'll come down the plank and turn around and show everybody my butthole.
As you come out, the second human just walks up next to the captain and stands there just looking wide-eyed. And then a large, muscled Orion just stumbles out after him and stands behind them both.
I melt his brain immediately. No. I walk up to the captain and I greet him.
Well, yes, welcome aboard. I'm Captain Smith. This is the Hotel Crystal Palace. We've got a few burdens I'm sure that your employers told you about. It shouldn't be too much of a problem for a group such as yourself. But please, let me introduce you to. This is my communications officer, Roger. And
Roger.
He's the one. Yeah, he's the one wide-eyed. He jumps. He looks at everything. He looks like he's about 18.
Hey, kid, what's going on?
And he's just flustered.
Is he humming as well?
He is humming as well. The captain then gestures to the large gentleman behind them. He's like, and this is my first mate, Clements. He's the one who's going to take you down, show you where the problems arose, and make sure your equipment gets down to the lower levels so you can take care of the problem. But
We will go separate from our equipment.
you'll be separated for your equipment as we go through the populated areas of the hotel. We don't want our guests to be disconcerted by the approach of, armed exterminators.
I assure you we'll do everything we can to help, and I extend my hand to shake his.
Just Smith. So Smith is pleased that someone is he knows a point of contact now. So he shakes your hand. He's like, "Come with me. We'll take you to the office and show you what we have."
And I want to read his mind, make sure he's telling us the truth.
So did they want us to change here, right here at where we docked?
Well, I'm assuming you didn't fly in with you're wearing your armor and your gear.
Yeah. We wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because they told you you're going to not be.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
my question would be...
And everyone would know that. So Bubba's spotting a full-on molded tinfoil sort of hat that goes over top of his ears and his head.
Man, what are you doing
He's
with that?
Gotta keep them space lasers out of your head.
It doesn't work that way, my man. My good furry friend.
So, are you performing a mind dive?
So this is a good first thing to bring up. Chris, what's the difference between speaking telepathically and then going that extra, do I need to do a mind dive at this level? What is natural for him to collect, and what is then a mind dive?
So if you're trying to dig out more information than he's letting on, anything more than surface thoughts, then yeah, you'd want to do the mind dive.
Okay, and with that, and without going into a mind dive, am I getting like sort of a lie detector test where he's like trying to keep something from me?
Roll me intuition.
Forgive me, this is my first roll. So how many?
It's
That's
that's
First
your
roll of the game.
percentile
it
dice. Your 2d10s.
Thank you, Dick. 83 was the roll.
I mean, he seems a bit reserved, but it could be just his discomfort at being in a luxury hotel with a rodent problem.
All right, sounds good. As I said, I already gave him the message, which was we're happy to help.
So you want to try against the other two as well? I mean, because you have the...
I go to the brute, then I go straight to the brute, and so happy you can assist us as well. So just a regular roll at this point? Now that's a 37.
So there, he thinks they've got a much bigger problem than the captain is letting on.
Okay.
Like, to him, it's definitely a problem. And he's just happy he doesn't have to deal with it.
Okay. A mind dive doesn't necessarily have to do damage, does it?
No.
Okay. So now I'll do a mind dive so I can go a level deeper. Cool?
To who? Clemens or the captain?
To Clemens. Yes! And that is a 26.
So, they've...
That's... whoever laughed is my friend.
So-
Whoever did not laugh...
It was me. I got you. I totally got it.
So Clemens is very concerned over the maintenance crew that they've lost.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, for the sake of brevity, can I sort of stream this to my comrades? And even though they're probably... Well, maybe actually not, because I know the cat's going to freak out. So no, just keep telling them.
that's so yeah. That's basically he's like he knows some bad shit happened to his maintenance crew, and they haven't reported back, and they're not going to go into the tunnels themselves, which is why they hired you guys.
Okay,
And
so they don't know what the threat is. They just know they lost their crew somehow.
yes, and the captain's leading you into the main office area so he can show you what they know.
Okay.
Have they,
or at least what they're willing to
have they
give you.
divested us of our armor and weapons yet?
Yeah, they have basically a maintenance crew pulling them off the shuttle and taking it down the cargo lift to where you'll be going to do your investigation. But as it stands now, you're going just in your civvies to the office area.
And GM, one last question before you at this level, do I need to actually? I'm making the effort to touch. Do I need to touch for these skills?
It should say whether or not it's on your skill sheet, whether it's touch or hand to hand or.
So mind dive is RB1.
Range bracket 1. So that's anywhere within 5 meters.
And how about just telepathy? Telepathy.
So that just kind of works within a pretty broad area. But again, that's just the surface thoughts, what people are willing to expose to you without trying to block you out.
Correct. Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Because I mean, most of them know what a Ch'tillian is, so they know what you're capable of, which is why you have to wear the ceremonial outfits with the crystal saying what your capabilities are.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Hestu lets his armor and stuff. He gives the pack to over it, but he keeps his Guzzinta, which is the Raazet version of the Swiss Army knife, and just holds it in his hands.
Battlelords GM, is it possible, because I have a little zap gun, is that possible I could have that on me without anybody noticing it?
It depends on the gun, and whether or not they...
It's the smallest of the guns, and
is it the noisy cricket?
Basically, it's a noisy cricket. So I can try and make one of my skill rolls. To try, let me pull my skill up. Which one would it be? Stealth and concealment, 69. So I will make a roll. So I'm going to make a roll to try and conceal the weapon.
try and conceal this buzzing cockroach gun.
I have what? A minus what?
Did you find
A
it?
minus 20. Because they're
Just
a little bit
it
more
doesn't
effort
hurt.
looking to make sure, yeah.
All right. Well, if they see it, they see it. I can try to talk my way out of it. 36 on the die. So I
You
pull
you
it
beat
off.
his.
So I make it by minus 24, and I make it by 13.
Yeah, he
Should I make a roll as well for my?
sure.
Because I have that concealed. I have that concealed item.
Oh, the one that's that one's actually he's gonna have a harder time seeing, but yeah.
Yeah. So I've got. So will that go with my? So couple that was it 80% plus my stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's over 100%.
Well, there is still the minus 20, but yeah.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, so
Damn, good roll so far. We have not did the double O's
Don't
yet.
jinx us right now.
Hey, I'm not gonna be rolling next, hopefully. So I'm hoping it'll be Matt, the Fott. It'll be perfect. So,
so you do sneak in your little concealed guns.
It's in the Guzzinta.
Yeah. So they
hey, baby, you always got to be ready to party, if you know what I'm saying.
Is that where you store your stuff? Up your Guzzinta?
that's his stash hole, yeah.
Your Guzzinta.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
That's
Right.
called my thorax.
Dicks.
So he leads you from the shuttle bay. So you can see where the freight elevators are, leading to the lower decks of the bay, and you can see where the luxury elevators are for the public to use when they arrive. And you take off to the side into an office area, and it looks like it's just a big general sci-fi command center. Little monitors everywhere. And finally, he turns to you in front of a wall of displays. He goes, "Hey, here's the problem. As you know, the station is apparently infested with a hostile organism. And this is a luxury vacation spot, so we don't want our passengers alarmed by the presence of either the rodents or the armed people hunting them. As a result, you'll be requested to wear the civilian attire or one of our uniforms when you're in the public areas. But you're free to equip yourselves as you see fit in the lower level or the service corridors."
What sort of uniforms do you wear?
I mean, they're wearing, looks like, the comms officer looks like he's wearing a bellhop uniform.
That's what I don't know why in my mind I was like, they're probably wearing bellhop uniforms
we have
with
a little
shorts.
hat?
And I'm like,
The first mate is wearing, looks like a stained jumpsuit, and the captain looks like he's wearing not like a naval captain's uniform, but a formal suit.
Wearing capris.
I'll take whatever your mechanics wear.
And Clemens nods, and he says something to his comm, and he's like, "Someone will bring it to you." But he's
Well, I
like,
want one of them snazzy, like what he's wearing, and he points to the bellhop. That's fancy.
"I'll see if we have that in your size."
My mama would be so proud she saw me in this kind of getup.
He shakes his head, but yeah,
Leo Ryan's wearing a jumpsuit.
a jumpsuit, yeah.
That seems functional. But let's see what you have to offer as far as civilian wear.
Yeah, well, what you're wearing now will be fine for the public areas until we get to the maintenance hatch where the rest of your equipment will wait. If that's okay with you, if you would like the jumpsuits, we'll be happy to provide them for you. It's like, here's what else we know. About 3 weeks ago, we were hit by a debris storm. Apparently, it happens every 1,000 or so years on our orbit, and we just happen to be in that year. Unfortunately, we did register some impacts. We did not experience any loss of pressure or exposure to the vacuum. That may be how these rodents got on. Since that time, in our maintenance tunnels, we've heard audio recordings of these animal noises. We don't have any cameras down there. It's an old station. We only have the monitoring in the public access areas. All we really have are the pressure sensors and sound sensors down there. And in your transfer from the shuttle bay to the command center, you kind of get that feel of the luxury hotel accommodations are where they put all the work. Everything else looks like it's just held together with spit and paint.
So question about that. Just overall feel of like this galaxy. Are we like like kind of alien, like 1970s technology, or are we like Babylon 5, or are we like Star Trek? What's just like visually what's
Sounds like Babylon 5.
Visually, it's closer to Babylon 5.
okay.
Except for we're now in the dodgy end of the hotel.
Yeah.
Well,
Or whatever.
it's like it's Babylon
we're
5
brown
in the
sector.
public area.
That's it.
Yeah,
I was going to say that tier brown sector.
Brown sector.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
yeah, like I said, that, and then like aliens in the retro garbage crap in the dark corners.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So a nice facade.
Well, it sounds to me like you probably got some black-tailed wrigglers or some log-tall scratchers. They'll ride a piece of garbage through the space thing and get right upside your exhaust valves. Hard to get them out. Gotta burn them out.
I'm so impressed by your lexicon. It's amazing. Please continue.
Believe me, I'm sure he knows a great deal about vermin.
Oh my
She
gosh!
goes-
You get. Ain't nothing better than having a couple rats dancing around in your fart sack at night.
So,
See,
anyway, Roger,
I've got to try and remove all emotion.
Roger, play the audio file we've got for them. And he hits a button, and you guys hear a noise what sounds like cats being murdered.
Don't listen. Don't listen,
Nathan.
girl. He'll put his hands.
Nathan,
on
I
the
want you to
cat
roll an intuition check.
Wait a minute now. Just
Nathan, roll an intuition.
Oh shit. All right. So I'm rolling my. So whatever it is, I probably failed. I rolled a 92.
So this is like stress dice and aliens, probably. So you're gonna go.
So what's your intuition
So my full
offhand?
intuition is
'Cause-
56.
so you would just make it. There is a bonus for you since you are Cizerack. It's cat porn. It's Cizerack porn.
Oh my god!
is it one of hers?
Not, she wouldn't be able to tell by that roll, unfortunately.
I
yeah,
rub
my-
against Bubba Fott's leg.
I have a question.
Present.
When the first mate went to go enter that into the did he enter a password or did he use a key card to log into the computer?
The communications officer, that's Roger, the kid.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't enter faster. He just hits a button and plays. He blushes furiously once it starts playing,
Oh.
and he mashes a bunch of other buttons. Some of the displays flicker.
I
and
wink
then-
at him.
he just blushes redder. He hits a button again.
Do you need some? You look a little hot under the collar. Do you need something to help you there?
No, I got this. It's fine.
There's a slight bulge in your drawers. Are you okay? My goodness, what is
I
going
don't know
on
why.
here?
I'm now picturing Sean's character as like Colonel Sanders.
Me too. I was like either that or some sort of like
String tie.
I totally slipped into the lawyer voice. I just went right into, sir, my good sir. I might have to
That's
keep
it.
this.
It's
Listen to
Norm
CS
McDonald
Akasuit.
doing Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, that might be my character. That might be the new voice.
So after a couple of minutes, he hits the right button, and this time you hear what sounds like metal bending noises, just tearing and crumpling,
it's amazing.
and a low rumbling noise. And the captain says, "We recently thought that the station had undergone some metal fatigue, possibly from the debris impact. So we sent in a repair team. The computer picked up this audio an hour after they went in." And he gestures to Roger again, and this time when he hits the button, you hear some growling noises, and then just screams and fleshy tearing noises.
Bubba will look back over at the battle cat like, are these? Is this the right noise again, or is this more of the Cizerack
This
porn?
is this definitely
this-
sounds like a.
This is
high
the
crime
right
thing.
noise.
This is.
I'll actually turn to the Raazet. The first noises with the metal fatigue. If that were metal fatigue, what do you think they were?
That was not metal fatigue. That was something being disassembled.
That was what I call
Possibly
murder.
with. Can I make a call, a roll, and
Can
see
do
if I can get.
intuition check, plus 20.
Okay.
I think it's pretty obvious, but God, if you fail this, it'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Is it against my half?
It's
or my
against
full?
your half. Your skills are always against your half, plus your any skills you have. But yeah,
27.
27. So it's the metal noises. It's metal fatigue in that something is tearing metal apart.
Yeah. It is being manually ripped apart. Possibly by something quasi-organic, I would say.
And
Rats do that?
it's like, we sent in a security team to recover the bodies and seal the area, but they only found 2 of the 3, and none of those were in one piece. Here are the photos from the scene. And they flick a button, and I'd like each of you to make a constitution check.
All right.
Oh, that was quick. I do
Any
have
bonuses for any bonuses for people who eat those parts?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, under half or under the full?
You have to make under the half.
I'll have to use my mental defense
Bubba
now.
Fott fails. I got a 46, and my half is 37.
Oh my God, mine's 25. This is going to be horrible.
32. I'm just hungry.
Even with my physical fitness, I don't
So-
know if I can
29.
So, unsurprisingly,
wait a
the
minute.
air...
Stop. I was joking earlier, right? I just rolled 100.
Okay.
What kind of sand is your
So,
I say, I'm projectile vomiting. Oh, this is
no, the Eridani, the Raazet, and the Chilean they're pretty much okay with what they see. The rest of you, however, immediately vomit as you see just body parts just shredded.
I do believe I just shat myself as well. This is horrible.
The walls have been painted with blood. Just intestines and bits hanging off everything.
Wait, is that
Bubba
from,
throws
is
up
that
a
from
little in
Charles
his
Garrett?
mouth.
No,
Bubba will throw up a little in his mouth. He's like, oh, that's a little bad. He turns around, looks. Spaceman, there's just a.
It's like the Family Guy episode.
And then Bubba starts throwing up.
I can't stop. Don't throw. Oh God! Oh God! Stop!
no, the Orion completely deadpan goes, Darfits get ordinary when they're hungry.
That was awesome.
And the captain just says, the doc says they've been ripped to shreds. This is obvious.
I think so. Oh my God!
So this is the location.
To the restroom.
How
This
did
is
you
the
eat so
location
many
of-
hamburgers?
I'm
Or
sorry,
hot
man.
dogs.
My small stomach holds a lot of food.
Why did the shuttle have foie gras?
Oh, those calf livers.
The captain says this is the location that the noises and the attacks originated. Roger will guide you from here using comms to get you to that location. He'll also tell you if it's safe to shoot in that area of the service tunnel without risk of endangering the integrity of the station, exposing yourselves to vacuum, or shooting into occupied areas of the hotel itself.
I hate vacuums.
This most of these areas
do
must
make a
be
lot of
accessed
noise.
manually. These are all the service tunnels that provide your grav systems, your life supports, your power. This resort is actually built on an old retrofitted mining station, and the guts of it are quite antiquated. There's no surveillance monitoring down there, as I mentioned before. We only have the pressure loss sensors and a few audio sensors. So we'd like to get you as soon as possible. What? Yes.
Captain Smith, just answer the Raazet.
I would like maintenance access to the terminals in that area.
There are no terminals in that area. It's all manual controls.
If a being that that has multiple tentacles and an insect face could look disgusted, he absolutely looks disgusted.
Now the Raazet vomits.
You really don't want that to happen. Finger?
Is that a finger?
It looks just like what's on the video. Case closed.
Case! Jinkies!
So Clemens calls for a cleanup crew to clean up Sean's mess. And
Spaceman sprayed.
he's like, if you'd like a moment to freshen up, I can meet you at the cargo elevator in the shuttle bay. And
I say I need a breath mint.
We'll be happy to take you down to the maintenance tunnels themselves.
So the Raazet holds out a canteen. He holds a canteen out to you.
Oh, yeah.
You might not.
Hummin? I do not.
Oh, Hummin.
What
Yeah,
is in that?
you might not want that.
Yeah,
What,
He would not.
Clemens
is it?
sniffs it And
I sniff it. It's like,
It's motor oil.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, my friend.
He pours a little bit into his mouth. And
I appreciate that.
It's
but
like this high viscosity motor oil.
I think that would, even though it probably would taste better than what's in my mouth now, it wouldn't be healthy for me. So I have to deny that. But I thank you, sir.
I'll look at the Fott again with his aluminum antenna head. What do you call yourself again?
Oh, my name's Bubba. Bubba the Fott. I'm really excited. I'm going to get to kill something.
I'm assuming you go back and wipe off all the vomit and get a mint, and go back to the elevator where Clemens is waiting. And he just stands there quietly, hits the button for the lower levels, and doors open into a very utilitarian-looking area with all the ductwork and the pipes and the conduit. It's like equipment's right there by the entrance to the maintenance hatch. If you need anything, just shout out to Roger.
Is Roger
How is
standing
Roger
there?
No, Roger's on comms right now.
How is Roger monitoring?
Just
this?
purely by audio comms.
Okay, so he has no location feed.
Nope, he's working solely based on where you're telling him he is, and so he knows you're starting at this maintenance portal, and he's going to direct you from there.
You didn't put chips on my armor, did you?
Not that you know, but no, they look at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
Hestu will go and inspect his gear.
So 55G.
Hestu will inspect his gear before putting on, make sure it wasn't been tampered.
But they didn't even open
then
the containers that they brought down from the shuttle.
Okay, then he'll put his armor on.
I will break the wax seal.
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
gonna get my
ancestors
stuff
and
together.
assemble my armor.
Get my
Bubba will,
rifle out.
Get dressed.
I'll load up.
He keeps his tinfoil on underneath the helmet.
So you putting on everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Bring up.
Yeah, if I can tear people apart like that, we gotta be
Can
careful.
you hear things with that aluminum foil on your ears, under your helmet, under your sheaths?
What?
I can hear everything.
But my disappointment.
So when
Hear, I can hear all the voices.
So when you guys are all suited up in your gear,
When
you have the
you
gear.
say that, the Raazet turns his head and looks at you.
I was waiting for the Raazet to go, but wait.
But wait, there's more.
You hear them too?
Doesn't say anything. Just some tentacles wiggle.
All right, let me make sure I got everybody's name right. Well, I guess I should probably get the Raazet's name.
Hestu Vorin. He gave his name.
Hestu Vorin.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain on the flight from the cargo ship on the shuttle, you guys had plenty of time to provide your names.
Cizerack.
Bagheera Ka'Ren. Yeah.
Was it DeSanto?
I just changed it to Del Santo.
Del Santo.
Del Santo El Flor.
Del Floridia. Del Santo Del Floridia is what it...
Yeah, it's on the Discord. Del Floridia.
And what race are you again?
He's a Chatilian.
And what do they just generally look like?
They look like asparagus with arms and
look like
legs.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And they're 4 feet tall. About.
You can ride me.
Yeah, you could.
He's cute.
How is the question? You got that ribbed head, so there's many features that.
So
I'd like to introduce you to my friend Butter.
So the Raazet, you notice when he travels, he's just flying. He flies from area to area. He puts on his armor and he has mechanical wings that extend out of the back of the armor that resemble exactly his wings.
Oh,
They flex and fly. So
Useful.
Malcolm, what's your character's name again?
Farooq Idan. They all have the same, I guess, last name, but it's
Farooq Idan, IDAN rather, yeah. IDAN, that just means warrior, basically.
okay. Farooq.
But Farooq Idan is your proper name.
Yeah, but are they proper?
I would say as you guys are gearing up, that like the Raazet just keeps strapping extra things to the outside of his armor. He's got a device belt. He puts that on. He's got the Swiss. his Guzzinta, which is his version of a Swiss Army knife. There's other things that are just getting stuck on, taped on. He's just carrying all this gear.
Yeah, you see Bubba Fott, he gets on kind of a heavy suit of armor and a helmet. You see him strapped, it looks like a big a shotgun on his back, and he pulls out a chainsaw. It's kind of oiled and everything. It's got a little smiley face painted on it, and he starts taking what look like paint cans with small detonators on them, and starts strapping them onto his armor. And he's got some other that look like little little clusters of like smoke bombs all taped together.
Yeah. So Bagheera's putting on her armor, and she's got a body mount harness with a fluid gun called an F cannon on it, and she's also got a couple of hard points mounted on her biceps that have these rocket launchers on them. So she's got like 2 rocket launchers and a big old fluid gun.
So, Spaceman has a nice set of armor. He carries a sniper rifle, and he has a small pistol he carries on him. It has a sort of a camo pack to it, so it could help him. It has this camouflage unit attached to it to help him fade in. But that's what he's carrying.
Guzzinta puts on his armor, and he does have a target acquisition, which he activates just to help him maybe get a layout of what's his surroundings that he can't visibly see. What Guzzinta does besides get ready is judge everybody around him very harshly. But he does have a laser rifle, which he has at the ready in case he should need it. But he doesn't think he's going to in this scenario. But we'll see.
Okay. Once Clement sees you're all suited up, he goes to the maintenance hatch, enters a code, and the door pops open. And he just says, all right, Rogers will guide you from here. Now, Rogers starts walking you through, as you guys all pass through the hatch, Clemens closes it behind you, and you hear it latch into place. There doesn't seem to be an access pad here visible to you guys.
Well, it seems to be we have been left here to our own devices.
But you hear the nervous Rogers go, okay, guys. You're gonna want to go ahead and take the first left, with a bit of a question in his voice.
Is this taking us to the site of the most recent attack?
Well, the only attack that they know of. So yeah, it's the point where they recorded that video footage is where they're directing you.
Okay.
Is Roger wearing any kind of armor or anything?
He's not. No, he's on the comms. He's not here. He's back at the control center.
Okay. I thought he was.
He's just like
the whole point of you guys being here is none of them want to deal with whatever's in the tunnels.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I thought like he was down here with us. I was like,
he's nervous on the mic.
Yeah.
Can I ask what Bubba's commo unit looks like?
commo unit?
Yeah,
his communications unit.
Yeah.
Is it a big pair of
it's just like an AM radio taped to the side of the
Perfect.
I was thinking it was like those kids the fluffy earmuffs from the 80s with the big wire that comes up.
That one gets interfered with on my foil.
I say, sir.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of Rogers directing you. Oh yeah, no, okay, now take your next right, and then another right, and it's clear
How's
after
the lighting? How's the lighting? Is it
lighting's
decent?
it's pretty dark.
Okay, I can put a. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that at all. Just keep going.
There's basically a light at each of the intersections, but in between, it's just, unless it's a really long stretch, it's just really dark.
And Cizerack has some kind of night vision, right?
Whatever your vision, you get a bonus vision, so you see better in the dark. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But you're not seeing anything other than conduit and ducts and pipes yet.
The Santa goes to the nearest wall and flicks the light switch, Do the lights go on?
Nothing.
Because for the first time in all of space history, it would be really nice. Like, oh, yeah. It's
Hey, that really helped a lot. Good idea.
it was worth a try.
The captain butts in, is like, we've been meaning to get that fixed, but it's just not in the budget.
Again, the Raazet like turns his head towards the mysterious captain.
Bubba will unsling his shotgun.
So the corridors themselves are about 2 meters wide, about 3 meters tall. Occasionally you'll encounter a door. Some might have a light on them, some might not. They all seem to be locked. But finally, as Rogers directs you around a corner, you stumble over a body.
Ooh. Hey, I think I found one of them dead people.
So
Now you remember
they
recovered
cool.
2 of the bodies of the three workers that were down there, but not the third.
Ooh. How is he looking?
He's bloody. He has like scarring and torn clothes from the neck down. From the neck up is just gone.
All right. Well, I'll do a first aid check on him.
What are you doing? He's quite dead.
The attire he's wearing is definitely not the jumpsuit of the maintenance workers, though.
What does it look like? Like a roll of some sort?
It looks kind of like gym clothes.
Gym clothes?
Gym clothes.
Gym clothes.
And
Civilian gym clothes.
So you know this man.
Let me, excuse me, let me check him out here. See if I can find any ID or anything on him, or was that intelligence
sure,
gathering or
spaceman?
something?
Just
I'll
blood
be
over
fine.
here.
I'll just move away, my friend. Let's calm down now. Give me a chance. give me a chance to. So do I need to make a roll or anything?
no, for that
Okay.
you just like frisk him basically. You do find an ID card. It's his name is Alfred Manford.
So hello. What's this? So what's our communications guy? Roger, right?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
Roger. Yeah.
No, Roger.
Rogers.
Clemens is
Rogers. Rogers, I got an ID call for this gentleman here, and I give the name. I said he's in gym clothes, so I think you might have a bigger problem than you realize, because I doubt this fellow came down here to do a run.
You hear a panic sort of just a second. He hits the button, and he means to hit the mute button, but you hear him having the conversation in the background. He's like, "This is bad, Captain. They found one of the guests." And which guest? Oh, Mr. Manford. Oh, son of a bitch. He's one of the rich ones. And back and forth. Yeah, this is bad. But just never mind. Just tell him to get back to work. And
So I say that the cost of this just went up for you guys quite a bit, I think, with the fact that we found one of your rich guests down here.
The captain butts in. The terms were agreed to ahead of time before you guys shipped out with SSDC.
Well,
We've got all the paperwork.
You do realize on page 57 of the contract under subsection C, if you're not completely logical or open with us, it opens up to certain sort of penalties where you have to pay. You should always read the fine print, sir.
That'll be up to
We
our
can
lawyers.
Discuss that later. Oh, I look forward to speaking to your lawyer, sir. I'm very good at it. Let's go forward, friends.
I do.
Bubba, on hearing he was rich, starts digging through the guy's stuff.
Oh, if you look up, it's like, oh, they took his foot.
Oh, they did? Oh. Sort of like a lucky rabbit's foot?
So, if you...
I was certain the foot was there. No, anyway.
With further investigation, you see that there's a blood trail leading to a nearby door, where it looks like this body was dragged.
He looked like he crawled from that door out to this hallway.
So, that's very observant of you, sir. Why don't you go forward and investigate? We will cover you. And at this point, I'm going to make a stealth concealment roll. And to try and not be as well seen, because I am the smallest and probably most fragile of this group.
No, I think Koopa was
Yeah, I'm
actually...
pretty fragile too.
Well, that doesn't matter, because I think I'm the smallest and fragile of this group, so therefore I'm going to make a roll and see how good I do. And
Fair
I
enough.
do a roll of 15
So-
under 69. So I'm pretty.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
you're in good shape.
Okay.
I walk over.
So the Fott's over the door.
Yeah, walks over to the door.
Okay, I'll get my plasma sword ready and prepare to back him up. Well, at least
So
I do. What do you eat?
Right, does door have a knob or a
I brought those
button,
snacks
or-
with me.
just a lever.
Prove I did.
Those foot shaped. Those foot shaped Nike snacks.
I say, sir, are you
Okay.
eating? That should be least grilled. I'm saying you put some spice upon it at least.
So the door's lever actuated and it just opens inward.
All right. He'll open the door and kind of like shotgun at the ready to open the door.
And you see an empty storage room, but above you,
Empty storage room.
I say it's invisible.
you see some light coming
An
through.
alien as big as a rhino.
A 50-foot beast unfolds from the ceiling.
I try to parlay with it.
I was trying to figure that in, Nathan. Good job.
I lock the tank hatch with two.
Quick, we all hide in the tank. Yeah.
So in the ceiling, there's a hole that appears to have been rent through the floor. The giant claw marks, and there's like little bits of flesh and clothing that are clinging to the jagged points left behind, and you can see through the hole that above you is a grav ball court that clearly poor Alfred was exercising in when he was pulled through. This hole is only about a half meter inside in its largest dimension, so it wasn't very big. So they had to work to get the body through.
Roger.
Guys, it
Roger,
appears
sir.
it appears that he fell through a shoddy floor, landed on the ground, and then crawled out into the hall and died.
I say, Roger, it looks like this was an accidental death, like my friend said. He fell through your shoddy floor and was torn asunder by himself.
Now is that an active part up there? Like people?
I have a
There's nobody in there right now. No,
theory that
probably because of
Bubba?
the hole with the bloody
it's
rents in it.
possible that something pulled him through the hole.
Oh.
Holes go both ways.
Do
They
they?
do.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's kind of a small hole. Which one of you little folks gonna stick your head up there and see what's going on?
I'll move away and down because I'm not small. I'll just check out the rest of this room,
I'll
looking for other holes.
move underneath it. You just climb up on my back,
I can literally just fly up.
or that.
Chewing on a foot. Just
I mean, it's
flying
only-
up.
that would be more hygienic.
Yeah,
It's only about 9 feet up, so it's not far.
yeah, I'll fly up.
It's got like a dangling
yeah, it's-
shoelace, and I'm
Fly
like,
me.
So,
swatting.
Chris,
Yes.
Farooq will look around to see if there's if it looks like claws tore open the hole. Are there claw marks or something like actually holding onto the ceiling, moving up there?
It's hard to say because it is an old utilitarian station originally used for mining, so it could be, but there's also enough pipe work and conduit that it could have just climbed up through there.
Okay. The blood is down here,
Yeah, the blood is definitely down there.
but it does look like it was torn open from this side.
Yes.
Jinkies, clue. Okay. Which I think is a very strong warrior name, a word.
So,
For discovery of great things.
so I
Discovery of potential combat. Jinkies.
Triggers. So I fly up through the hole and
I don't think you can fit through the hole.
or fly up enough so I can see through
Yeah.
the hole.
It's a grav ball court that is currently empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly back down. There is nothing up there except a grav ball cord.
Do you know what this means?
What does it mean?
It means the rats started in the grav ball court and then came down here.
Or they are down here and dragged a meal through the drawback to the crab court floor because they were hungry.
Ooh, that's a big rat. That's gonna be tasty.
GM, can I mind dive a dead person?
No. Also, his head isn't even present, so.
Nor is his foot.
Can I mind dive a? Can I mind dive a foot?
It's pronounced Fott.
So,
I also didn't mention which head I was talking about.
incidentally, the mind dives, all your generation powers, the mind dives, things like the specific generation powers do use up one of your power points each session. So you only used one so far.
Each session?
Effectively, each matrix uses up a power point that can be regenerated over time. You're actually well stocked for that, so.
Well, it looks like it's missing pieces, so it must have drug them somewhere. Maybe I could track it back to its lair.
Are you good at tracking?
Oh, I used to track all kinds of little things, vermins and stuff like that, back up in the mountains.
Where are
go
you
ahead.
good at it, though?
I mean, you know.
Well, unless you're better, sir, I say we give him a chance to try.
Oh, I don't have any interest in doing that. I just want to know his skills.
Oh, I'll get you now.
Just as a side note, every time I hear Matt, I want to impart knowledge and give him perfect diction.
Look, you gotta buy me a drink before you give me perfect diction.
the whole time it's just like, just be patient. Just be patient.
Well, I'll point out what I did discover to Boba. That helps.
Oh, what'd you find?
Scrapes there. There's some scrapes there. But I believe that's just grease. But I didn't find much of anything.
All right, well, I'll go, Bubba will go back out in the hall and see if he can see, like, where this thing dragged its foot and its head. Maybe there's some blood trails. I do have scouting and tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. It's at 42, but I do have scouting and tracking.
Better than some of us.
It's definitely worth a shot.
Yes,
right.
better than what I have.
I got a 79.
So
Well, it looks like he went back to the elevator.
you can see that there are drops of blood that start to go off in a certain direction, but you lose them pretty quickly in the grime and dirt.
Well, it looks like he went this way, but he's maybe he ate the whole thing by then. That's as far as it got. So let's go that way.
Okay, so you keep going that way. You do hear a loud hum of mechanical hums, sort of machinery, air handlers kind of noise. That it tends to go steadily louder in one direction, steadily softer in another.
Hestu, what is that?
Can I make a roll?
Yeah.
What do you want, a repair roll or intuition?
Intuition, well, whichever one is your. What's your repair roll for?
Could you repair vehicle or compute? Well, it wouldn't be computer operations.
No.
Maybe just intuition.
Yeah, just do intuition.
Okay. No, 96.
There's machine noises. Yeah, even with a bonus, you wouldn't have made it.
Non-computerized machine voices. Very manual machine voices.
Very
mechanical stuff. It's called steam.
The blood trail that Bubba had started following was leading in the direction more machine noises rather than less machine noises.
Let's go down here. It's possible maybe it's making a racket with those machines.
So we're in the physical area where all the machinery's at. So obviously it wouldn't make sense that it would hide there. You know. So
Spaceman.
So
Spaceman, you have a bit of stuff like everywhere down here.
So, Bagheera, if you could
look on my armor, I don't see anything.
roll a sense.
Smell, vision, hearing, what?
Smell, specifically in this case, yes.
Oh, so I have a smell modifier of 40, but I'm not sure what my stat is.
No, the smell modifier of 40 is what you want. I just want to know what you roll against it.
Okay, I rolled a 78, so...
So
All right.
you would actually make it.
Okay.
You do smell the smell of blood from a particular direction.
I smell there's blood. Yeah, I can taste it. Coppery. It's that way.
I say we should be ready to party. Make sure your weapons are primed and ready. Let's go forward, my friends.
Are you on the trail, girl? Go get her. Go get it. Go get her.
She's not
You're on the trail.
I was waiting for
She's
something
on
like
the
that.
trail.
What are you doing? What is this on the
She's
trail?
got a scent. She's got a scent.
I say, what is this? You just calm down. You
sorry,
remind
Ron.
me of a character in a story I read once who just ran into battle and died all the time and resurrected. Please don't.
So
May you find your enemy and face to face and take him in.
following
So
Bagheera,
I'll head down that way.
yeah. Well, following Bagheera, who's leading the charge in this case, you do. The hum gets just louder and louder until it comes to the point where even over comms, you're almost having to shout to each other. And you get to
You're going to die.
That's the noise you're going to die.
You get to a door that just says ventilation room. And it's clear that the smell is, if not coming from there, at least passing through there because that's where all the air goes.
I say we open the door and throw the grenades in. Well, you know, they're cutting us cheap anyway, so, you know, these things happen. What do you think, Roger?
Roger?
Yeah, the communications guy who's on the comms.
Oh.
Dead silence.
I say, Roger, you know, it would be a shame if all the guests got the smell of all that death.
He's probably asking his superiors, and they are shouting at him while we're on mute.
Excuse me, my friend, you have your hand up. Yes, what is it you have to say?
That is not a hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, your
That's
your
not that either.
appendage. Your appendage.
It's a foot.
Yeah.
Typical.
That's a foot in his hand.
Exploding the air purification, ventilation, and provision system in a closed environment with all the sentient beings aboard is generally bad. That's where all the breathy stuff comes from.
Oh, yes, of course.
Wait, I got shot filled in Lulu right here, so I ain't gonna be damaging nothing. So why not go in there and just shoot me a rat?
So on the beside the door is in a sort of very soft green light is a little light up panel that just says all systems nominal.
Does it have does it have any access terminal or anything?
It's literally just a light behind a plate of glass that lights up and it shows all systems nominal.
It's comforting, though.
I like that green light.
I bet you do. Who wants to get this? You want somebody to get the door and we'll go
I don't
and
like
see.
red lights. Red lights kind of make me angry.
Oh,
I
okay.
open the door and go in.
Like, okay.
I open
Okay.
the door and go in.
My whole armor's outlined in red light, by the way.
Does my
So-
tracking pick up anything?
Well, first, as soon as you walk in the door, roll me an agility.
Him? What did
That's-
you walk in?
I'm about to say the plant goes in first.
You got 22.
Ooh, the double deuce.
Nice.
Good job.
Well, what's his agility?
job.
So your agility is good. So yeah, you maintain your footing in what is clearly a blood slick floor.
There's the blood.
I just can't wait to fix. I hope I
look
don't shit in
around.
my armor.
I look around and say, this will take about a week to clean. Disgusting.
As you look around, the room itself is about 10 meters by 10 meters, and again, it's super loud in here. There's
So what is causing that noise?
the air handlers.
We needed to actually
HVAC.
continue making that noise.
Yeah.
All right.
So the as the Chichilian surveys the scene, it's just blood and guts everywhere. And in one corner, by a bunch of the ductwork, there is a corpse.
Ah, another corpse. Let's see who this is. What guest has been murdered?
Yeah, I'll put away the plasma sword and just get the mace ready. That seems better and more sacred. And I'll go and slip over to the body. I'll try and use stealth to do it quietly, I guess.
I mean, you literally have.
What?
a
Wait a
bonus-
second.
It's,
Wait a second. There's like a big huge boiler room.
Yeah.
So my stealth
Yeah.
is just me stomping over there.
I would say it would be impossible to fail the stealth check at this point because it's so freaking loud.
So I just head over there to see.
So,
Is it a metal floor?
under the blood and guts, yes.
All right.
You see the gentleman there, the body that's there is 170 centimeter tall human male, early 20s. The body is still warm.
Check his ID. Find out who he is.
I'll check its ID.
There is no ID.
Is there any money?
He is wearing a uniform, or it appears to be a uniform. There's no obvious insignia on it that you can see, but there's also a lot of blood stainings and
You say he's
just viscera.
61?
170 centimeters tall.
100, how many?
170 centimeters.
Okay, he's taller than me. Okay, he's like 5'5" or something.
This is like a
So
fresh kill. I'm going to look around for a possible attacker.
Make sure there's no egg pods or nothing. Something's going to hatch and attack us.
So
I'll have
as
to lean
you're,
over them before they, just to make sure that they're.
well, in your
Open face helmet.
in your investigation, again, he is also torn up like the other one was. He's in a few more pieces. Next to his body, there are two canisters. One is hooked up to the station's air handler. The other one is just lying separate, unattached.
Ooh, can I
I go, Hestu, look at these.
Yeah, I'd like to go over and see what those are.
Okay. Roll me a computer operation check.
Okay. I have that skill. 55, and my skill is 62.
Okay, so the one container that's entirely sealed, you don't know exactly what the gas is, but given the insignia on the side, it is definitely toxic.
Whoa.
The other one that's actually attached is a broad spectrum knockout gas.
And these are connected to the main station's air supply.
Correct. So it's clearly going out and amounts to the rest of the station.
And it's
right now?
actively feeding.
It's actively feeding right now.
I think I see why Roger's not responding.
I'll turn that off. I'll
Okay.
take those two canisters.
As you disconnect the canister, though, roll me an intuition check, or observation check.
Hey, what?
Observation check.
Observation, yeah, because I'm looking around now, because I'm a little
For
worried.
everybody?
Yep.
I
Is that a
rolled a
skill?
15, and I have the observation at 55.
Yeah.
It is a skill.
What,
if you don't
what
have
is
it,
it?
If
What
not,
is-
you're basically doing it intuition.
intuition.
Okay.
Bubba has a 4.
Holy fuck.
Those ears.
No, yeah, I rolled a 60.
Yeah, you got 60.
I rolled a 94.
Okay.
I think there's blood on the floor.
You just happen to be looking in the wrong direction.
Holy shit.
Jinkies.
I got a
Jinkies.
13.
I think he was a poisonous gas.
Everybody,
He's got it, though.
We're some observant fuckers right now.
yeah, everybody else apparently
Everyone else is.
hears the skittering above them as
Above us.
it's a 10 by 10 meter room,
Okay.
and it comes out of a pipe.
That's cool.
I think
it's funny.
You hear clattering, and right in dead center of the floor drops this large behemoth with just two giant talons for arms. And that's where we will end it right now.